Shut up, this is Lawrence D. Adams. When spirituality and the game combined, you have the what? Thinking class. We're live today. Let's get it started. Let's get it going. 12:30. Let's get it crack-a-lacking. Let's see what's going on here today. If you missed yesterday, you missed a whole lot yesterday. Yesterday was off the charts. Let's get it going today. It's Friday, open panel. Come on, you can be able to come up. You get to share. Stay within the 5-minute mark. You go beyond that, I will pull you. So stay within the 5-minute mark. So we will be going live. We're going live today. You get to ask questions about the topic we talked about this week. The topic this week. So you'll be able to come up live. You get to ask questions, get to interact. I got to know who you are. You're not just coming up on my platform, talking crazy, whatever the case may be. You get an opportunity to come up and to share. Yesterday, we went off yesterday. What's going on, John the W? Yesterday was crazy. Playback yesterday. And get to catch the playback. Okay, good. See you tomorrow. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. So definitely, you don't want to miss today. Yesterday was off the chain. You don't want to miss today. As we continue this discussion, can you find yourself in a healthy relationship? So let's continue today. We gave some serious game yesterday. Some serious game on Wednesday. So you want to get the game for today. Got a new video out. You might want to check that video out. It's going to be good. I heard something ding. Let me see what's dinging. as we get going today. This is it's my sister. What's going on? William, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So yeah, yesterday was off the charts. Did you miss yesterday when we were talking yesterday? It was amazing. I'm telling you, I enjoyed yesterday. I was like, wow. I enjoyed Wednesday too, when Jana was going in. So today we're going to continue the conversation. Can open panel? Can you actually have a healthy relationship? Can find yourself in a healthy relationship? We gave some great examples yesterday that was really, really good on can you find yourself in a healthy relationship? And I think a lot of times, most people say they want a healthy relationship, but they don't want to put in the work to have a healthy relationship. And as we know, in order for you to have a healthy relationship, it takes work. But most of all, one of the foundational things, you got to build trust. Shout out to you, Unique. Yesterday, man. Yes, it was. Yes, good to see you, Unique. Good to see you, William. So yesterday was all I can say yesterday was, you got to go listen to it. I can say about Wednesday, you got to go back and listen to it because it was actually really, really good. I drink my concoction right there. But it was actually good. So today we are opening up the lines, and we're going to be talking today on the conclusion of the matter. You don't want to miss today. You know, the interesting thing, when I showed that video yesterday, how many people were, mainly how many women were upset with what was said. Yet the men seem to what? Chime in and say, you know what? That's true. And what I'm realizing is, I think what happened is, I think in this conversation of finding yourself in a healthy relationship, it's easy to criticize the men, but when the criticism goes to the woman, and it's not just black women, when it goes to the woman, you shouldn't do that. And the first thing I hear come out, the first thing I hear is, if you criticize us, we have gone through so much that you have in so many words, you have no right to criticize us. And what I'm realizing is, everyone needs to have healthy criticism, and you got to have tough skin. Now, if you're saying that you're strong and independent, you should have tough enough skin to handle when someone's saying something that's critical about what you're doing. And what happens is, we don't think about what the consumer wants. We don't think about what the consumer wants, far as the woman doesn't think about the consumer, what the woman wants, what the man wants. And sometimes men don't think about what the woman wants. So it's important that we have discussions about this on this platform. It's important that we have discussions about this on our platform. You know why? Because what happens is, and I'm seeing more and more, and it's more evident, women are thinking one thing and men are thinking one thing. What's going on, Bagley, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right, this dude done pumped up, man. Golly. Good to see you, bro. Men are having one discussion over here and women are having discussions over there, and the two are not coming together. And we have certain ideas about women that may not be right, and women have certain ideas about men that may not be right. So what we have to do is, yeah, yesterday was fire. Do you want to be Jezreel or do you want to be Ruth? Yeah, that was fire yesterday. So that's why we got to understand each other. And we realize we have a culture of Jezebels. We have a culture of Jezebels and Ahabs. If you look at the story that's presented in the Bible, Not to get theological, be a theologian or anything like that. But you look at the story, we have a culture. What's going on in the room? We have a culture of what? Jezebels and Ahabs. And like I said yesterday, you cannot have a Jezebel without Ahab because he was the king. And then even with that, you realize for that to take place, she had to have eunuchs around her. What are eunuchs? Men who cannot produce. And their reproduction organs are cut off. And we realize that we look at it as a symbolic, a lot of men's reproduction ability to create has been cut off. They're not producing anything. So we in a culture of what? Jezebels and Ahabs. Are you a Jezebel or are you an Ahab? And it's something to do. What's going on, Sharice? What's going on, Rain and Womb? Where do you really stand when it comes to this? And then what's going on, Bernie? Where are the roofs? The real question is not so much where are the roofs, where are the Naomis? Where are the women, older women? And like somebody said, most of the older women are in the club too, shaking their butt with the younger women, and they're not teaching them the right thing. Because they're competing in the same market pool as the younger women. Let's be very clear. I see it. They're competing in the same pool as the other women. Man, yesterday, dude, John, what's up, bro?
How you doing?
Good, man. Yesterday, somebody showed up yesterday. We had to talk about it.
I didn't even see the replay.
Somebody showed up yesterday. We had to talk about Jezebel.
Uh-oh.
We talked about Jezebel, and I said there can be no Jezebel without an Ahab. Ahab is her husband, who was the king. And many times we point the finger at what? Jezebel, but we never look at the inefficiency, or we never look at who her husband was for who? Ahab. He allowed the things to go on. And then someone asked a question, Jonathan W. asked, so what do we do with all the rhetoric of Ahab and Jezebel? There has to be a prophet. Who? A prophet, Elijah, to what? Speak what? The word of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is what's happening is we have men now who are beginning to speak, but their speaking had to produce actions or results. So you want to deal with the spirit or the consciousness of Jezebel this here and Ahab, you got to get men who begin to become prophets in the sense of being able to speak truth into power.
Yeah, it's true. If you just spitting out resentment and rhetoric, who's going to follow you?
Right. No one's going to follow that. And so we have a big problem with that, because we have a lot of guys who they may not be physically married to Jezebel, but they are mentally attached still to her. And that's why they have the resentment with her in this day and age.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one.
So Jezebel is always this, Jezebel is doing this, Jezebel is doing that. They're the reporters for Jezebel, but they never become Elijah the prophet who begins to speak. And that's where the problem is. And then we got to look at, why is Ahab still in the picture? Because he's the king.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And you were given the position to command leadership, and you were given the opportunity to be in charge. Why are you going to mess it up by separating everybody and separating yourself from divinity?
That's it. Yeah, because he was chosen to be the king, Ahab.
Yeah.
But he chose for Jezebel to what? To run amok and kill the prophet or the voice in the earth. I don't know. We taught them. So I guess we continue to teach it because it was really good. Then it came back to Ruth and Boaz. Cool. There can be no Ruth without Naomi. That's what most people miss. She was the daughter-in-law of Naomi. She prepared her to meet Boaz, but she could prepare to a certain degree, because from there, once Boaz chose her, she still had to be groomed to be a queen, because she was not a queen.
This was all designed to teach us what position you're supposed to be in, or to recognize the position you're already playing.
That's all. That's why I'm saying people get hungry. Well, you didn't say the Bible correctly. You didn't do this right. If you understand the characters in the Bible that we're presenting in this teaching and yesterday, and like you said, what position that you're in? Are you a Naomi? Are you a Ruth? Are you a Boaz? Are you a Ahab? Or are you a Jezebel? Or as someone said, are you Samson? But I don't want to go too far. I want to stick with the two stories. What position are you really playing? And a lot of women, and let me say, some women are they want to be in the position of Ruth, but they got a Naomi who's not giving them good information.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. We need more Naomi's grooming and teachable daughters to be a Ruth, right? She can only teach to one degree. Please understand, Naomi had a particular purpose in the story. She was to get Ruth to what? To Boaz. Once she got her there, her assignment was what? Over. So you got to understand, even with that, yes, we don't have a lot of Naomis. We can say we don't have a lot of Naomis, but we got to look at, like you said, William, do we have Ruths in the picture who are willing to listen to what? An older woman who's given correct wisdom. And even if we take the genders out, say it was Naomi was Nate, and that Ruth was Babe Ruth. We don't have a lot of men who's willing to listen to Nate to get him to the right woman he needs to be with. So you keep picking from your past and not what your future can potentially hold.
Yeah. Remember that those signs of familiarity in your past are supposed to be markers for the areas you're supposed to pay attention to. It's not supposed to be the reference point for all that is to come.
Yeah. Right. And that's the issue. A lot of people are only get to one degree. And that one degree they get to, I found the person. But you got to realize, in the case of the story, she had to be groomed to be a queen. When are you ready? You might have found the person, but are you groomed to be a queen, Ruth? Are you groomed to be a husband? So finding yourself in a healthy relationship, and we look at that story right there, there are steps that need to be taken. She had to trust what? Naomi. She had to trust her what? Wisdom, to find herself in a healthy relationship. If she didn't listen to those steps, guess what happened? She would have been another widow whose husband had died. So we have to really think about that. Man, we need to really think about that. So in essence, finding yourself in a healthy relationship, if we look at the story, one key word stands out. There must be trust. Gotta be trust. She had to trust Naomi. And in the story of Jezebel and Ahab, apparently, we look at it, there was no trust from the kingdom with the prophet of God, which was Elijah in the story. You got to realize one of the things to find yourself in a healthy relationship is having trust. You got to trust.
Yeah. Especially if you grew up, say you were, a Naomi and didn't even get the backing yourself. You need to realize that the generation coming after you needs to be protected. That generation needs to move on in the right direction and recognize, even if you didn't get it, don't destroy the future by not telling them what to do.
Man, we can talk all day just on that. How many in our generation, we're Generation Xers, are destroying, and the baby boomers before us are destroying the next generation with their rhetoric? Dude. It's crazy when you look at I've seen some of the things some of the older women are saying, and some of the older guys, man, you can't do that. These women out here crazy. They're giving bad information. And what's happening is they're poisoning you and you don't even know it. And it's sad. Completely sad. All I can say is, wow. That's why you got to look at whatever information that you're getting and ask yourself, is it applicable to what's going on? Is it going to help the person in the future? Naomi had to think about her future, even though Boaz was part of her family. She still was protecting her future, even though it wasn't from her son's lineage. Oh, excuse me. In order to build trust, you must establish a repertoire and have a noble character to present itself in the process. Trust, most people, we talk about trust, but at this end of the day, you got to trust somebody, but at some degree, you can't just go blindly trusting everybody. You have to be able to watch that person in their trust, or watch them to see if they're trustworthy.
You have to qualify them.
Yes.
I don't trust anybody that I don't qualify first. You better have some experience in what you're talking about. You better have some results. And you better have some success too. I'm not going to just trust somebody and say, oh, just try it. Yeah. The last time somebody told me to do that, I lost money.
See?
You didn't have success in it. You want me to try it because you wanted me to take the risk for you. You're aware of people like that.
Dude, you know that's the truth.
Be aware of people like that, please. Oh, you just try it. You're good at that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, no, I took the risk and I got the experience. Now I should have taught you. You should have never opened your mouth.
Right. It never pans out, dude. It never pans out. Oh, go ahead and do that. See it just. It never works.
There are spectators telling you how to play the sport, and they ain't never getting on the field.
Never.
That really bugs me. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. It's like somebody trying to tell me about how to buy a car or how to lease a car. And so, well, you need to do this, isn't it? But what you driving? I mean, I'm on the bus. You know that I'm on the bus. How can you tell me about a car and you on the bus?
You got no business opening your mouth.
Right. And the reason why Ruth can trust Naomi because she was married. She married her son.
It's true.
So you got to please be careful. If people, and we talk about it on the YouTube streets, there should be some kind of proof or some kind of receipts to what you're talking about. And most people talk with no receipts given. With no receipts at all. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. Especially in this game called relationships and things like that. They have you out there wearing polka dot pants and a plaid shirt and say that's how you're going to get a woman. Do this and this will work. Why didn't it work? It didn't work for me. Because you were the test dummy in the whole situation.
I mean, that's the one thing that really bugs me about some of these content creators. They're telling you all this stuff about how to have a woman, how to have game and all this stuff, and you don't see nobody sitting next to them.
Uh-oh. Yeah, nobody.
The stories I tell you, I promise my wife be sitting right next to me sometimes, right there. Mm-hmm. She don't have to check me on any of the clarity or accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I really live the life I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's the difference. I think that's what makes the combination between you and I so good with this, because you got the married side, I got the single side. You get to hear two perspectives from two black men about how it is.
Right. And to see how congruent. We're still congruent. We're still talking where we want to go successful wise. And you're seeing literally two different types of people, and I don't shame him and he don't shame me. He don't tell me, oh, you could be doing this. No, I don't have no shame about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have to feel, I don't step on you. You don't step on me for what our choices are, because we actually feel the same way about the respect and the position we play.
Right. And that's how you find yourself in a healthy relationship. Bingo, bing bong, right there.
It's true.
Right there.
The man and the woman are going to be different by proxy. Automatically, you're different. So why haven't you found a way to use that difference to your advantage? Literally, we all, the reason why they're different is the reason why we want to be with them, right?
Right.
They got parts that we don't have and we want. You get it?
Hello. Hello.
So why are you focusing on our attitude? Why are you focusing on her history? Why are you focusing on all this stuff? All that stuff is the sum total of a person, and so are you.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what makes you congruent. Find out what makes you parallel to each other instead of what makes you opposite and what makes you divide.
When that becomes your only focus of finding what divides and not how you can make congruent, you're never going to be congruent. You have to look at the whole picture. You got to look at the whole picture. And you come down to it. You got to think. I just told my son this today on the thing. He said something very important, John. He says, I have to look at what friends I'm in associate with, because where I'm going.
Wow. For him to make that choice without any energy or force, you got a real that's something that has to be considered seriously.
Yeah. He said, I said, son, you're going back to college. You're getting yourself together. He said, yeah, I got to think about who I'm spending time with and where I'm going. I said, yeah, because your goal is to graduate. Graduate, get out of college. And he said, I had to think about that. He said, I'm bringing my circle smaller. I said, I understand. So that lets me know that he's thinking not just about the now and the pleasures of now. He's thinking about what his future. And certain relationships don't, how can I say it? Certain relationships that you find yourself in don't take you to your future. They just don't. They don't take you to your future. What they do is they keep you in your right now. And that's dangerous. You got to think about it. He said something, John. He said, I got to think of what the value I'm giving and the value that they're giving back to me.
Yeah.
So his focus is completely different, especially going in the second time after we had a little father-son talk, if you know what I mean. Little stern tap, tap. But that's how you find yourself in a healthy relationship. But I don't want to chat. We got 2 minutes. I want to make sure we get to bring people up today. As we know, this is an open panel today. I want you to come up. Please understand, stay on topic. Stay on topic on what we're talking about this week. Stay on topic. And also, too, know that we got to consider other people coming on. Let me read this, what he says. Real talk, Eddie. My mistake back in the day was following what my friends did. It seems your son knows that he has to be in his own individual. Yes, he do. He does know he's his own individual. And it's interesting because I'm going to tell you a secret that I'm going to tell you something. What I did today, I called him not to get on him about school. I called him to praise him. This is how you find yourself in a healthy relationship. I did it not because he accomplished something or that he was doing something that was great. I said, son, I'm proud of you. You're further than where I was at your age. You're doing a good job. I like how you handling your money. I'm like how you strategically putting things together. I began to praise him. He got real quiet. I mean, like super quiet. And he began to soak it in. I said, so how does that make you feel? He said, it makes me feel good. Especially he's hearing it from his what? His father. and I began to praise him. Then I went on and made some in my praise. After my praise, I brought some a little correction with some things and went back and praised him again. That make a difference.
Yeah. It's supposed to be adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tweaks and adjustments. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to do it for them. You're supposed to just make slight adjustments, tweaks, and get you on the right road and the right track. Mm-hmm. There's a path to follow.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, for him to be his own man, got to be on his own.
Yeah.
So just make tweaks and adjustments to small ideologies and rhetoric that might throw you off. Get the bad stuff kind of scooped out of the mix so that you can end up with an overall good experience.
Right. And I kid you not. I know he's going to remember this conversation because why? His dad praised him for no reason. Not going to say for no reason, but he needed to hear that. How many of our children, I know we're talking about finding yourself in a healthy relationship, but how many times to have a healthy relationship, you got to know how to appreciate what the other person, who the other person is and what they do. Two different things, but do you appreciate the other person? Like you said, John, we're always looking for the bad in the other person. We're never going to appreciate the good in them.
Yeah. How are we supposed to get anywhere if we always find out what stops us?
Yeah. It don't
what
work.
Holds us back. It's just it's counterproductive.
And that's why I'm saying you got to appreciate the people. Even a thank you. I appreciate you doing that. You know what, you know what? You did a great job with that. I do that with the editor. I know he's listening. If you're listening, I do it on purpose. I do it because I really mean it. Dude, you do a great job with the editing, with the clips. Why? That makes them want to do an even better job.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Makes them want to do an even better job. If you want to beam up, you got the opportunity to be. I know some people may be at work or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking today, I got a text message. I may do a 5:00 show. We'll see. Woo. So definitely, we got to know to find yourself in a healthy relationship. You got to think about praising the other person, appreciating the other person, but you got to know what the other person wants. Many times we'll give people what we think they want or what we want. We give others what we think they want or what we think they should have. That's not having a healthy relationship. And to have a healthy relationship, you got to know the other individual. To find yourself in a healthy relationship, find out what the other person wants and give it to them. Most people get into the relationship. The reason why it's not healthy is because they're selfish. I'm not saying that you neglect yourself, but what happens is you become selfish. It's about me, what I want, and all I want, and I want it this way, and that's it. If you find yourself like that, you're not going to be in a healthy relationship. You're going to be in a lopsided relationship that's not going to lead anywhere else. And the sad part of it is people will try to get you into a unhealthy, try to get you to only think about their side and not yours. You got to make sure that they get what they want and that you get what you want. It has to be reciprocal. If you want to beam up, you want to call in, you can call in today. We're at 104. You guys are there. I know the chat room is quiet today, but yesterday we was going in. So definitely. So here's the link right there. You want to call in, you want to beam up. I want you to realize that finding yourself in a healthy relationship is very, very important. Very important. Because if you're constantly in unhealthy relationships, guess what's going to happen? It's going to wear you out. It's going to sap the energy out of you. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel sad. Nothing's going to work out. And a healthy relationship just has to be with in a relationship with a male or female, even a job relationship, a friend relationship. Sometimes you got to realize that maybe this unhealthy relationship is not going to work, and I need to exit so that I can have a healthy relationship. I need to exit because you know what? This is not working. Sometimes we maintain unhealthy relationships out of loyalty. Sometimes we maintain unhealthy relationships out of loyalty. And as I said before, loyalty will kill you. Sometimes we maintain what? Unhealthy relationships out of loyalty and not out and it's killing us. You can be loyal to a default. You're loyal to the end, but guess what? It's killing you. Don't be in an unhealthy relationship out of loyalty. You got to know how to cut it. Got to know how to cut it. And all that we're saying today, as we moving forward, your relationship with yourself is most important. Your relationship with others is very important. So find yourself in a healthy relationship. That means first you have to be healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically. So it's important as we're talking about this today. A healthy relationship is vitally important. I'm not going to do a lot of talking today. I'm looking for everybody to beam up. You can beam up if you want to. You can call me on Facebook or Instagram, whatever the case may be, and you can come in and you can talk. We can communicate on what you got from this. What did you get? What did you get from this week teaching, or did it help you? Or you know what? You might very well disagree with everything that we said. Come on up. Come on up. You don't like what we said? Come on up. Look at there. What's going on? Rain and Womb. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
First of all, happy 2022. Greetings of abundance and love for everyone, LDA, Jono, and the whole TTC class.
Yes, yes.
To stay on topic, I would like to say that, first, every healthy relationships begin with you having a well, I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say us having a healthy relationship with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And also get the lessons like as you have been talking about debriefing this week and everything, you want to be sure that you get the lessons from every previous relationship, be it intimate relationships, be it romantic, be it friendships, be it, old childhood friends, be it jobs, every relationship, every single one of them, get the lesson. And
Mm,
we know that with TTC, there is a foundation of spirituality with
that's right.
TTC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, where are you in your relationship also with the Creator and your faith? Where,
Mm,
because that also is key. Use source, go to God. I don't know, I'm not going to tell how everyone should say, but I worship Jesus Christ. That
mm-hmm.
is my savior. I believe in the Trinity, Yahweh, the creator. So that is my source. That is who I'm going to go to for all reference, and as a mirror
Mm-hmm.
to help me to get what I don't get from what I see with my own eyes, and to help me to do a heart check.
Mm,
When I only have my heart and my emotions involved, I allow the Holy Spirit to give me a heart check, a spirit check, so that I can take full responsibility for my every role in everything, no matter what happened and no matter what the other person or other people did. That's how I also debrief and how I get back to self. And also, I would like to add, understand too that sometimes
mm-hmm.
even healthy relationships come to an end.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stay right there. Sometimes what? Say that again. Say it slowly for those in the back of the room.
Even healthy relationships come to an end.
That's true. Because the season is up.
Because the season is up. It has run its course. There is something for you to gain from it. And what happens when you begin around many voices of people who have not debriefed, who do not have a source to go to, to give them a reflection back from the mirror and to do those heart and spirit checks, and take responsibility. What happens is you begin to get ungodly counsel
Mhm,
about your relationships, again, no
mhm.
matter what relationship was, whether it was intimate, romantic, jobs, whatever the case.
Right.
And then instead of you getting better and being able to move forward and heal and be able to go and take your fruit and build somewhere else and rebuild with yourself and reconnect with yourself and the Most High, you begin to have seeds planted
Mhm.
in your soil of bitterness, anger, and rage, and you will never self correct.
Very true. And that's why it's so important that we understand the seasons that we are in and understand when a healthy relationship ends. That's a very good point. Hey, we got Unique on here. Unique, what's going on, brother?
Hey, LDA, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Fantastic. Salute to you, Jonah, and to Rennie Woman.
Salute, salute.
Salute.
It's the first time we've spoken, Rennie Woman. It's a pleasure to be on a panel with you.
Oh, likewise. Salute. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Just want to give my take on what I learned this week from LDA and from Jonah as well. Is that
Mhm.
you know, in regards to finding a healthy relationship, the way to do it is to be very selective in who you're choosing. When
Mm,
you're when you're dating someone, when you're seeing someone, do not fall into love immediately, but always fall into respect. And this I learned from channels like LDA's is respect above love first, always.
mhm,
Because the reason why is that you would have to spend time with that person. You would have to see how that person reacts in certain situations that you go through. If you're ill, will that person be the kind of person who will come and look after you? Maybe if you're sick, will they buy you something to remedy that illness that you have, or would they be the kind of person who say, "Oh no, get well soon. Call me when you're better," that kind of thing.
mhm,
And also, like, we have to be sexually disciplined
mhm,
as well with the right people that we are interacting with as well. I was in a unhealthy relationship uh,
mhm.
a good few years back,
Okay.
in a relationship where I was actually due to get married. No, funny or
Wow.
not. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it was very toxic, especially when it came to marriage plans. That's when everything went a bit downhill. The thing is that I look back,
Mhm,
and yes, in these spaces, we can blame women for this and blame women for that. Yes, there are rotten women out there, but the thing is, I look back and I blame myself for what happened because I didn't lead the relationship like a man should have led.
mm,
And also, but the thing is, unfortunately, back then I didn't come across channels like LDA's
mhm,
because back then, if I would have come across channels like LDA's or men like LDA,
mhm,
number one, if I wanted to pursue that relationship with that woman, I would have done it a much better way. But in another way, I don't think I would have associated myself with her because unfortunately, w- uh, guys who are inexperienced,
yes.
we tend to go for anything that looks our way, basically. Especially when you don't have success with the opposite sex and somebody takes an interest, you tend to think, okay, nobody else wants me, but this woman does. It's better than nothing. when really that's the wrong mindset to have. You
Yeah.
know, so the thing and what Reigning Woman said about, you know, her faith, religion, and everything, because I'm a very religious person also. Like, you know, the Bible, especially the Book of Proverbs, King Solomon, he's got so much wisdom in there of how to choose a mate, even though a lot of the scriptures are geared towards men in how to find a woman, but it can also be beneficial for the woman as well to reverse it, to find a man who will sustain her, who will be responsible for her, who will take care of her, look after her, who will love her and respect her. So those scripts are just not only for men, but it also for women as well. And yesterday's stream, LDA, Jono, and Reigning Woman, it was absolute fire. And the thing is that
Why?
as we discussed yesterday.
Why was yesterday? What grabs your attention when yesterday we're talking about Jezebel, Ruth, Ahab, and all of that?
Yeah. Well, what resonated with me with that is that from the woman's side, Jezebel and Ruth, is that unfortunately women today, whether it's fault of their own or maybe they haven't had the right influence when growing up, they're not taught to be wise before becoming wives.
Mm,
But the thing is, and as we discussed the LDA, actually not discussed, but when I made a comment on one of your streams, I think it was like last week or so, in
yes.
regards to, you know, certain channels where like you have dating coaches who are trying to help men better their lifestyles. You have these guys calling in trying to dispute the mentors. You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
like Steve the Dean Williams. Shout out to Steve the Dean Williams. He always
Yes.
says he always he berates the callers in the correct way though, where he says, "You remind me of one of those students who thinks he knows more than a teacher does. That
Mhm.
one student who wants to interrupt the classroom." I mean, and unfortunately, you have many guys who don't humble themselves. So the thing like with Ahab, you know, etc., is that they didn't lead their kingdoms the right way. You
Mm,
know, they allowed women like Jezebel, Samson with Delilah. They allowed those women to actually lead them astray. Instead of like standing firm and say, "Look, this is what I believe, and this is my road. If you want to walk with me on this path, I'll be happy for you to be by my side. But if not, I would have to walk away from you. You go your way, and I go my way, and I find somebody who will be on the same level as myself."
stop right there. Rain and womb. Would you respect a man who said that?
I'm sorry. Could
Would
you
you?
please make that last statement again and then pose the question, please?
Go ahead, Unique.
The last statement that I made, Rain and Woman, was when I was talking about Ahab and Samson. They allowed, you know, Jezebel. They allowed Delilah to influence them where they were led astray, and where like they allowed themselves to allow the pathways to be distorted. So basically, what Samson and Ahab should have done is say, "Look, this is my road, this is my beliefs. If you want to join me on this road, on this path, and you want to walk with me, I'll be more than happy for you to be by my side. However, if you think that this road is not for you, then you go your way, I'll go my way, and I'll find somebody who will walk the road with me, and who will believe what I believe, and who will be on my level."
So would you respect a man who was like that?
Absolutely, I would.
Why?
Absolutely. Because number one, he is showing that he takes ownership of his path.
Come on.
He has his deal breaker as well as his requirements.
Oh my
That
God.
is his standard. Most people are so surface level that they don't have solid requirements to stand by, not even for themselves. If you don't have your own standard, someone else will set a standard for you.
Exactly. And LDA, Jonah, and Ren and Woman, I'll tell you what happened this week with me in regards to being sexually disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on dating apps,
Okay.
and one of them, I messaged a woman, attractive,
Mm-hmm.
and back and forth, exchange numbers. The thing is, like, I wanted to have a drink with her,
Okay.
but immediately she suggested you come to my room instead, and we have wine there. But the thing that I've never met this woman, and
Uh-huh.
she hasn't met me. And also, I think there's a bit of a language barrier because she's Brazilian but living here in London.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that you can tell when somebody can be a bit of a time waster in because I like leading a conversation from a text to an audio to a phone call, that kind of thing. And I always suggest it because number one, I want to weed out the time wasters, and number two, I want to see whether she is authentic, she's original. And for some reason, I think she used the language barrier to avoid the audios and the phone calls.
Okay.
So the thing is, so I said, look, I'm not going to come to your room, because I don't know who you are. I want to have a drink with you first, and then we'll take it from there. And again, she insisted, no, come to my room. We have wine there, etc., etc. And I didn't message her anymore. Now, many guys would think, oh, you lost your chance, Unique. But to me, I did the right thing, and the reason why, because I don't know who she is. If I go to a room, is it a honey trap? You
Mm-hmm.
know. Also, I don't know where she's been. Has she got an STD? That kind of thing. So that's why I refused, because I was supposed to meet her today, but I refused, and I'm here in my house speaking to you guys, where I've made the right decision to actually be here instead of being with her, or if it was her, So
Yeah,
that that's what I want
you,
to say.
dude, man, right there. This, because it ties and having a healthy relationship. Because you have a healthy relationship with yourself, and you know yourself, and you discipline yourself. Guess what happened? You just sidestepped some possibility of what you could have got ganked. That's what we call it when I was younger. I'm old anyway. You could have got taken advantage of. I'm not biggest thing. I think a lot of guys say they're led by the little head and not by the big head, and the little head gets them to situations that they don't need to be in. She was looking to take advantage.
Mm,
Just be very clear. That's what it was.
yeah,
She was looking to take advantage.
yeah. I felt it, LDA, because for some reason, something was off. But the thing is, like, the reason why I knew something was off, because I've got the experience of interacting with women who are time wasters. Now, if this was me in the days where I was supposed to get married,
Mm-hmm.
the inexperienced guy, that inexperienced guy would have went there today to meet her.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you would have went there, and when you would have been, like you said, you would have been a honey. It would have been a honey trap, and you would we were seeing your picture on. Hey, I don't know what happened to Unique, but she got him.
Yeah,
And that is why you listen to the channels I know you listen to, and that you listen to here is because we want men and women to make better decisions when it comes to their life and who they deal with. Dude, you could have got. I promise you, that's a no. I'll meet you in
yeah,
first. I don't care
exactly.
how you look. I don't care if you got all the qualities I like. Yeah, and you cooperative, you sexy, you feminine. Let's meet in public first. I got to see if you ziggity boo crazy first.
Mm,
Hmm?
exactly.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that right there, you dodged the bullet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely.
But just the principle behind it, a lot of people, what you walk away from determines what you're going to walk into.
Yeah.
Mm. Whatever you're willing to walk away from determines what you will walk into.
Mm.
That's powerful right there.
May I add to that?
Sure, go ahead.
You also demonstrated that you have respect for yourself. You also demonstrated that you are not driven you're not driven by lust.
Exactly.
You're not driven and controlled by lust. And
Preach.
you also demonstrated that you are in control of yourself and what you want,
Hmm.
how things are going to go, how things are going to start.
Mm.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
reigning woman. You're correct.
We got the link, and you want to come up, you're welcome to come up on the panel today. We open it up for everybody. So yeah, that's true. Cyrus put some powerful people make others come to them. Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power. Very true. Powerful.
Also,
Go ahead,
sorry,
sir.
LDA. Just one more thing. Like I said, on these channels, like yeah, but there are channels who they tend to gear towards. They want to hold women accountable, which in to a certain degree is correct. But I know that we tend to gear towards the men because we're supposed to be the leaders. We're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be the ones who build empires and kingdoms, etc., etc. Now, the thing is, I just say this one thing before I pass it on to you guys. I've always said this: if men are not great, then women cannot be great,
Mm.
children cannot be great, communities cannot be great, and society cannot be great. And there's a great quote from the Godfather. When whether people agree with this or not, I don't know. When Vito Corleone said to his son Michael, Al Pacino's character,
Mm-hmm.
"Women and children can afford to be careless. Men can't.
Say that again.
Women and children can afford to be careless,
Mm-hmm.
but men can't."
Correct. We cannot. We cannot. There's more safety nets for them, but not for us. And and you know what? I'm not going to fight it because we need to be precise in what we do. And if you were careless in that situation, there's no safety net for what decision that you would have made or would have taken place. So it's
Exactly. If I was careless today by going to meet this woman, if it was her, then yeah, you're right. Absolutely, LDA.
you'd be done. You wouldn't be on the stream right now. I'll tell you that much.
May I
Yeah,
ask you a question, Unique?
sure.
Are you looking for a wife?
Right now, I'm dating. However, in regards to, I'm open to a relationship, and yes, if I do find that woman who resonates with me, and vice versa, absolutely,
So you do want to be married. You do want, ultimately, you do want to be a husband and you want to have a wife.
yes.
I'm going to be praying for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hmm.
And likewise.
Right. See, look. I'm gonna say what just happened because when spirituality and the game combines, what happens is this. Do you understand what just took place? A feminine what woman, right? Says she's praying for you. Not take you and her out the thing. A feminine woman is praying for a man that she don't really know, but just in passing, that he finds the right thing. So his masculine energy with her feminine energy, what happens? It actually produces. There's life with masculine energy and feminine energy. That's what creativity is. And so what happened is we don't have a lot of women who are praying for or happy or even desiring that a man find a good wife
Mm.
and vice versa. So for her to do that, that means that it's going to start the cycle to happen because your masculine with her feminine is going to produce whoever it may be. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I hope that makes sense to everyone. I make sure. True Sabbath, I see you in there. But you understand what I'm saying, Rainy Woon?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna be very, very frank here too, very transparent. I'm going to pray that you find a wife after God's own heart to match yours.
I appreciate that.
And I stand in agreement. I'm already believing. I'm already believing.
Mm. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of times, you know the YouTube circuit, the YouTubians, everyone around. There's a lot of negative things we can focus on about women, right? We hear it all, and I know you hear it all.
Yeah.
But to hear, how many times have I even heard, I can only count on this one time, that a woman who don't even know anyone say, I'm going to pray that you find a woman after your own heart.
Yep.
None.
But also, LJ, even vice versa. Do you hear any of the guys saying they're going to pray for a woman?
Oh, nope.
There you go.
My point, that's it. That's how we bridge the gap between men and women. Sometimes we may not ever agree, but if I pray for you or lift you up and say, I pray that you find what your heart's desire. Guess what happens? Whatever we give out has to be a return on it.
Yeah.
That's what people miss. That's why it's so important. That's why I'm glad to have the platform. And have a platform where men and women can come and conversate. Because if it was just men, this conversation would have never happened. Never happened. So I think that's, I have to say the word, but that's really unique for Unique to even say what he said, and for Rainy Woon to say what she said. That's very unique. It's not common.
Yeah.
That's how people find themselves in a healthy relationship, by that act of kindness. True Savage, you picking now. I see what True Savage says. Real talk. She may have a friend in mind for him. She may not even have a friend in mind. It's just the point that she even made the point of contact to say that's what she would do.
Salute to True Savage. He's a fantastic man. He is. Salute to True Savage. God bless you, my brother.
Yeah. So this week has been really good. True Savage. There you go. Feminine always yields to masculine. Masculine always respects feminine. Thank you so much. There it is right there. True Savage said it right. That's what right there is that's how you find yourself in a healthy relationship. That's how you learn to move forward. But I understand. Can I say this? I understand that we don't experience this a lot, and it needs to be highlighted even more. And I know negativity as people love negativity more than they love positivity, but that was very positive and is needed.
I have nothing else. Thank you for having me up, LDA, Jono, Unique, everyone. See you guys around. And remember, we're still laying the foundation for our 2024. No matter what it looks like, keep your eyes on the vision, your eyes on the prize.
Appreciate you coming up.
You.
Thank you. Appreciate
you.
Yeah, what I'll do, LDA and Jono and Running Woman, pleasure to be on the panel with you as well. I'll drop off if anybody wants to jump on, they can do. But before I go, like and subscribe to LDA. Visit his website, purchase his book on Amazon, follow him on Instagram and his Cash App. Also follow Jono on Instagram as well. So thank you for having me up, LDA, and God bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Dude, that right there was powerful. Right there, that alone is powerful. Some people have asked me, why do you do this? Why do you go so hard? Why do you invest so heavily in this thinking class? And let me be very transparent. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. For what just took place, for that interaction to take place, for those questions to be asked, for people to have a platform to share is well worth it. That's the reason why I do this. This is more than just because I want to show myself and show my beard. No. It's for me to put a platform where for people to think and to really consider what's going on so they can have a relationship if they want to be single, if they want to be in a relationship, or whether they want to be married. That's all I want to do. I wanted to bridge the gap. So that's why I go so hard. I may not at this time get all the likes I think I should get. I may not get all the accolades I think I should get. I don't get, everybody's not running to LDA's channel because it don't resonate with them. I'm okay right now with it. I'm working to correct some things. But at this channel, at the end of the day, my heart is for a man first, because it's geared towards the man, because this is a men's channel, to be a better version of the man they are. And for the women who are listening, for them to be the best version of who they are. And for us to lay down the baggages that each prospective party has so that we can work together. That's what it's all about. I don't know what anybody else want. That's what I'm here for. Yes, I say stuff that are controversial. Yes, I put things out there to stir the pot up, because sometimes some things never come to the top because it's never been stirred. So I will say something that may sound like shock value. I may say something that make you like, I don't agree. In your disagreement or agreement with you causes the pot to be stirred and for you to look at something at a different way. It has to happen. Too many people live a mundane, boring life anyway. So they need something to get them emotionally charged. So this is the reason why I do the thinking class. This is the reason why we have such a structure, and it's going to change. And in a couple of days, it's about to be even better, because I just got some news from a text message. So come on, this is the reason why we have the thinking class. I'm building on having a healthy relationship with myself and with the class that's here. It's going to be tons of more people coming in. I sound like somebody else. I ain't going to say who it is. There's going to be tons of people coming in. I want men and women to get what we're talking about. At the end of the day, if you want to beam up, there's the link in the put the link out there again. There's the link. You want to beam up? I got to know who you are. And if I don't see you and I don't know who you are and you want to come up here, I'm telling you right now, don't come up here with no foolishness. You stay on topic. I don't want to talk about grandma's apple pie. We're not talking about how women are crazy. We're not talking about men or dogs. This ain't that show. This ain't that place. This is what we're doing here. You start talking like that, I will get you. What's going on, Gail? What's going, Gail, at night? What's going on? What's going on? Unique was up here, Gail. I mean, not Gail. John. Unique and Randy Woon came up. Can't hear you.
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Unique and Rainy Womb came up. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Unique. Appreciate that. Gail at night, you're welcome to come up because she has a good channel too. Mm-hmm. Gail, you're welcome to come up. There's the link in the bio. We just open it. We open it up for people to come up, please. All I ask is stay on topic. Don't be talking about grandma's pudding just used to make in 1949, or talking about when the last time men had holes in their socks. That's why I don't deal with men. Dang, this ain't the place. And I know Gail ain't like that. She want to see about that business. So Gail and I, you more than welcome to come up. But you know what, man? You think about what we've been building these past year plus. What a freaking foundation. Governor said, he said, have you looked at the catalog that y'all have?
Oh yeah. And that's just expressing ourselves during our free time.
And I got a text message.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Magic Johnson. Old AD's on the way. Apple Computers on his way.
Okay.
Apple Computers on his way.
See, you have one built. Okay, that's good.
No. Apple Computer is on his way.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You had it built from Apple. You didn't go to the store.
No. I gotta go. I'm going to the store. It's on its way.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a text message that something came through.
Okay.
Shaba.
That's what's up.
So you know what that means. This is about to be, oh baby, oh my God. We hold each other up and pray for one another. Yeah, y'all is good, so good. He's stirring I love to stir the pot. Woo. Trust me. You didn't see the video from yesterday, did you, Jono?
No, not yet.
Y'all want me to play the video from yesterday so Jono can see, because I didn't play it.
Is that the one that you put on Instagram?
Yeah.
I did see that video, yeah. I did.
I did it on purpose. Because I needed to provoke what? Conversation, dialogue. Some people can't handle that.
No. You want people to just come at you like, yo, what you say, bro?
Yeah, they did come. I got DMs.
I know the guys wasn't mad. The guys wasn't mad at all.
The guys were mad, no. But the women, it's like a cat. You know, the cat get a cat in the corner. That's all they were doing at me. But it was a conversation that we that's on the table that we don't discuss. But he stirred up the pot, baby. I got somebody today that said, I just give up. She said, I give.
I almost wanted to contradict your statement.
Oh my God. That see?
You know why?
What's that?
Because in my two experiences, I had the opposite. I was married to somebody Spanish, and it didn't work out.
See?
She had a single parent household, and of course was in touch with both her parents, but being raised by her mother with her mother's resentment, she never became a wife.
See?
And even in her, she got married after me as well, and that situation didn't work out. So there's something to what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about Naomi, which is the generation before you is supposed to teach you properly, and it has nothing to do with race.
Oh, see that, Jono, that was the hang up in the video. Mm-hmm. People were hung up with the two different cultures of the Spanish culture, and I love my Bolinquas. I love them. Mm-hmm. And I love my Black women. I love you, sisters. But people were caught up in the color situation and not the context of what was really said.
Yeah. See, in the Spanish culture, you have a bigger percentage of families staying together. Mm-hmm. And that's why, if you do have a two-parent household, that's why it has the impression that the Spanish community would have more of an impact on getting our daughters married, wifed up properly. But on the flip side of that, in the Black community, we have a lot more separation going on. So it has the impression that we can't raise our daughters into that area because we're too concentrated on it. But like I said, my experience was completely opposite. My first wife was Spanish. She was Dominican and Puerto Rican, and that's why the parents never stayed together, because of their separated cultures.
See?
And in that separation culture, it was transcended down from her grandmother to her mother to her, all with the same outcome: single, single, single.
And now I had to go on look at some statistics, right? According to the statistics in 2017, who do I sound like? I know. Guess how many Black women are married to Black men? 93%.
Yeah.
How many Black men married to Black women? 85%. And ain't that much difference. Mm-mm. So we're having these discussions about what? About what a couple
they know what to do. They know what to do.
Right.
The problem is, were you raised to maintain it? Getting married is not the problem. Getting married is not the problem. It's, are you able to maintain?
Back to the story of Ruth and Naomi. Clearly, Ruth knew how to pick a man. I mean, Naomi knew how to pick a man, because that was somewhere in her family, Boaz. But and she had to learn from Naomi how to be a what? A wife. Then she was groomed to be his what? His queen. We're missing the steps right there on wife part and queen. And then on the other side, like I said, and I said this yesterday, John, and I ended with it. I ended this with yesterday. Could it be, I don't think they're ready for this. Could it be the reason why Black women are not getting married is because the husbands or the men that they're picking or from the pickings are already dead? They're already dead. Don't have to be dead physically, but dead mentally, spiritually. They're dead. So she has to find Naomi to find her what? Boaz. We have the walking dead and didn't even know it. A lot of men are dead. Or are you in the other story? Are you like Jezebel, who had eunuchs around her, men who cannot produce a doggone thing?
Yeah.
So once we get on the head of the women, could it be we got a lot of men who are eunuchs? Or are you Ahab? We got a lot of men who are the walking dead. She had to leave him because he was dead. So she had to connect with what? Naomi, to say, hey, I'm going to get with you. Can you help me out? Y'all got to catch that. So while and the dead I'm talking about, you could be dead. You can be a walking, living man who is dead, but your ideology is keeping you away from your Ruth. Your ideology, your hatred, your bitterness.
You can't make this up.
Your bitterness towards women is keeping you away from your what? Your Ruth. So she considered you what? Dead. No. Don't get on us, LDA. Don't say that. It's the truth.
Your past is destroying you.
Yeah. Destroying you. Got a lot of men who are the walking dead. So Ruth said, I got to do something because you're not producing anything. I can't get a child from you. Child doesn't mean have to be literal. Child means something that is birthed, something that they can grow together. And I had to leave you. So even though we say something about the women, we got to think Ruth left a dead man. A dead. D-O, he's dead on arrival. Because he's stuck, and he could be stuck, like you said, in his past. He can be unproductive. He can be stuck in the ideology that women ain't nothing but sugar, honey, iced tea. He could be simping. It can be a mirage of things. Why she really left you? See, we don't talk about that because sometimes men are a little sensitive too, Johnny. You know that. I'm saying that.
Oh, they get sensitive, right? As soon as it has any type of indication, it's gonna mess with their ego.
Oh yeah, I'm a man around here. These women ain't nothing but crazy. Mm-hmm. I noticed in the story, Boaz chose who? Ruth. Bingo. It's a difference. Y'all thinking now. Finally, we at the thinking class. They thinking now. You're not catching the lesson and tend to your garden. It's your own. It's your own what? It's your own asphalt. What's going on, Ted, my dude? You are the reason you don't have Boaz or Ruth. Thank you. If you want to come up, I'm putting the link in there because we got to get ready to go. Now I got some business to take care of now. I got to do is transfer, boom, 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 and I will be you know where, John. No. Happy days are here again. That means I got to do a whole different setup. Anyway, that's part of change. Produce
1080p.
Huh? 1080p, baby.
1080p.
1080p. Baby, watch. You're gonna be like, dun-dun-dun. But in reality, when it comes down to it, man, most people have a problem with criticism when it comes down to it. In order to have a healthy relationship, you're going to have to deal with some criticism. Everyone's not going to like you. Everyone's not going to agree with you. You got to be able to look at it objectively and not take it personal. You got to be like Jermaine Jackson. He says, easy come, easy go. Don't take it personal. If you need to make the change, do it. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Oh, it is 1:49. All right. William is the time. You know what? William, I just got your name. I didn't even think about it. You are the timekeeper. Please, where you already modded up. That is your name. You are the timekeeper. William is now the timekeeper. Because he's the first one to say, hey, all right, everybody, I'm about to get out of here. William is the timekeeper. So everybody say, what's up, William, the timekeeper? He's the timekeeper. The dean already said he couldn't be in here, listen to the playback, but William is the timekeeper, which is really needed too. Because you ever been in one of those? See, I enjoy the fellowship. Yeah, I know, but you're the timekeeper now. That is your moniker. He's the timekeeper. I love it, man. I love it, man. This is just amazing. But I'm so excited. I guess we got to get ready to go because I got to go make a deposit. Ching, 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 ching. So I got to go wash my car. Get a car.
I got to wash my car too. I got snow and everything. Yesterday it snowed out of nowhere. No warning, no nothing. And I got all this ice on the car. I was like, listen, I am not scratching my car. I'm going right to the car wash. Let them put that hot water on there and just let it get it off the car.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Hey, Gil.
The other car is like no snow. I'm like, wait a minute. How do you have two cars? One's around the corner from the other. One didn't get no snow. The other one got plenty of snow. Like,
right.
It's like, I don't got acres like that.
Right. Oh, so they asking for the angel number. We got to get on out here. What's the angel number today, Jono? Boom, boom, boom. On you, bro.
The angel number today.
Oh, my God.
151.
Woo! I thought it roll off of you on that one, dude. Angel number today is 151. Can I be the first one? Yes, I finally became the first. It's my show, and I'm always pitting to be the first one to put it in there. 151 is the angel number. 151. So if you see the number 151 anywhere, that combination anywhere, 151, tie into this show, but the angel number 151 is specific. Can we get the angel? You think Sharice's gonna come out the clouds again? I'm trying to get the music first.
Maybe.
When I play that music, somehow she just mad at 151 is the angel number for today. Oh, look at that. Rainy Womb she ain't playing. We got to. Angel number 151 is a sign from the divine realm that you need to be strong and act as a leader and be in control of your future life.
You can't make this up.
What did we talk about with Ahab and Jezebel? Bingo. Bing bong. Wow. Uh-oh, angel, they're getting it now. Angel number, I love it. I love this. Angel number tells you that your positive thoughts and intentions are manifesting rapidly right now. And this will bring you about beneficial and important life changes. Wow and wow. Somebody need to catch that. Angel number 1, it says, it's a sign for the divine realm that you need to be strong and act as a leader and be in control of your future life. We talked about that, didn't we, Jono? We talked about that. And then unique came with the other angel number part of it. Tells you that your positive thoughts and intentions are manifesting very rapidly right now. And this will bring about beneficial and important life changes.
You can't make this up.
How much more? What else do you need? What else do you need?
Nothing else.
Nothing. I got to do something while we still get everybody online. I'm gonna see if I can catch it. It's on YouTube, right? Because I see something and I'm going to make sure I do this before the time goes up. I got to do some graduation right quick. Graduation. Where is it? He's there. Boom, 2 things. Let's do this. And I see one more other person. Where did she go? Boom. Little graduation. You know what I'm saying? Some people just getting modded up. Rain and Womb, you just got modded up, and Gail at Night, she got modded up. We got to get ready to go. I know I got to go now. I can't wait to, I'm like a little kid at Christmas time. I'm gonna get my toy. I gotta get my toy. Can't wait.
You got a couple other things to get to right after you get that.
Right.
It ain't gonna stop.
It ain't gonna right. It ain't gonna stop.
You better get that stream deck right away.
Whoa. Guess what? Shout out to Gail at Night. She just cashed out $151.
Really?
$1.51. Dude, you can't make this up. Dude, people think it's in the denomination. It's your connection to what? To what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gail at Night. And Gail at Night, I just modded you up. Thank you, Unique, for the Cash App. Thank you so much. And I noticed, Unique, you do something. You give a certain amount every time. I don't know what it is around you with that numbers, but she gives a certain amount every time. The same amount almost. There's something tied to him about that. I'm trying to pull it back, but it's something. All I can say, Unique, I know you got to go. I know you're in London. There's some good things coming your way. He selflessly posts the links, your link, John, your Instagram. Yeah. He posts.
I notice it every time. Yep.
He does that without even asking. He posts after every video. Unique, your labor of love has not gone unnoticed. Let me say that again. Unique. Let me put this right here. Let me put this up here. Your labor of love has not gone unnoticed. There is something coming down for you that's going to bless you. And people say bless you. They're like, they're blessing. No, something that you really want and desire. Something is coming your direction big because your labor, you don't do it just for this channel, you do it for other channels. It's something coming. Your labor of love doesn't go without notice.
And you know what? It's selfless too. It's selfless and unconditional. That's how you can really feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You do it selflessly and unconditionally.
Dude, every time I look up on my what do you call that? All right, have a good one. Prosperous. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Gail.
Jump on this Zoom call, so I'm gonna head out too.
All right, peace, everybody. We out. Peace.
I'm gonna master that. And remember, I told you that I like to listen to conversations. For example, like